Today I'll be defacing Daughter of the Burning City by Amanda Foody. I know you want to get into it, so I will pass you off to the voiceover. Just before I get into the review, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm doing, what I'm using to draw on the book and paint on the book, and what are my thoughts about why I defaced the book as I did. So, as you can see, the cover is purple, and purple is my favorite color, but I did decide to cover it up with some other colors because the last cover I did, I made it purple, and I figured I wanted to change it up a little bit, and I saw this picture on Pinterest of this black and white circus tent, and I was really inspired by it, so I figured I would try and recreate that in my own way. So here I am coloring in the sections that I created. I tried to make like the middle is like the tent opening type thing, and like the sides are draping down, and that was my intended effect. I don't know if I succeeded with that, but I thought it looked pretty cool in the end when it all came together. But here I'm just coloring each section with black and white using some Posca paint pens, and I switched from the black to this regular black marker because it was just working better, but I don't have a regular white marker or anything like that, so I had to stick with the Posca paint pen. But it was a bit patchy, and I tried, as you'll see, I did the first layer all in the white paint pen, and then I did a second layer on some of the sections, but it just wasn't as full of a coverage as I wanted, so I switched to the other so I switched to acrylic paint. I don't know what I was. So let me get into my review of this amazing book. This book is really unlike anything I've ever read. It's set in a moving circus called Mohr, and it's one of my favorite settings that I've come across because of all of the vivid description. You feel like you're right next to the main character, Serena. I think that's how you pronounce her name, at least, and I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce Mohr. I'm not 100% sure though, probably pronouncing everything wrong. Speaking of the main character, all of them are so interesting. It's such a diverse cast of unique characters that all really stand out to me. So the main character, Serena, is an illusionist who was adopted by the owner of the carnival. But did I mention that she has no eyes? And the illusions she's making are being killed off. She's really realistic and loves her family. There's also diverse sexualities in this book, which is awesome. But one issue I did have is that the magic system is a tad bit confusing, and it felt a little overcomplicated. But overall, it didn't really deter me from the book, I guess I would say, or it didn't really turn me off of the book because I liked every other aspect of it. And the magic, even though I didn't understand it fully, I still enjoyed the overall experience of reading the book. And I gave it a 5 stars when I read it originally, but maybe it's more like a 4.5 or a 4. But I have a mixed opinions and things with giving star ratings. I always am so bad at it, but it was an amazing read, and I couldn't put it down when I was reading it. And there's also these like really awesome illustrations in the book of the people who are killed off, and just other illustrations. I can't fully remember, but they were really, really cool. So that was another aspect I really enjoyed, and I would probably recommend reading this in the physical version, not the audiobook. If there's an audiobook, I'm pretty sure there is, or the ebook, but because with the physical version you can just see everything so clearly. And it's one of those books where I reread some parts, because not that I didn't fully absorb it, but just to fully appreciate it, because there's really beautiful writing, and I know you guys will really enjoy this book, so I highly, highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites that I read last year. So back to explaining what I'm doing. I'm taking a gold brush pen, and this one I found on Amazon. If I remember, I'll put the link down below in the description. It came with a bunch of really pretty metallic colors, and I love the way this gold looks. And I just hand lettered Daughter of the Burning City, and I thought this looked really pretty, and I did gold to match the spine. I was originally going to do silver, but since the spine is gold, I figured I should probably do gold. So that is what I did, and then I'm just going over everything to make sure it's all fully filled in, and I did wait for the bottom layer to dry after before doing the hand lettering. And then I felt the bottom was a little bit empty, so I added this red shape on the bottom. It's kind of like a U, and then I colored in the bottom, and again, similar to the white, the red just wasn't showing up with the vibrancy that I wanted, so I went in with some acrylic paint, and it is a bit harder to control, but I think overall it gives a really nice look. And after that, I wrote on Amanda Foody with the red paint pen, and then I did some gold details afterwards, as you'll see. And I think it turned out really well. I'm not really sure what the red represents. I don't know. It just kind of matched with the color scheme, and I think it looks really, really cool and kind of like an illusion, but maybe that's just me. And across the top, I'm just adding in some extra color because I just thought it was missing something, and I used like a dry brush with a little bit of paint on it to get that effect, and I thought it looked really cool. Let me know your thoughts down below, and comment what book I should deface next and do a review of, because I would love to hear your suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and comment, like, all that good stuff, because if you like it, I'll know that you want to see more of my defacing videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.